Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Bri.
And I'm DJ.
And you're tuned in to Ground Zero.
In this week's episode, we're going to run down the highlights from week 2, but we're going to also be talking about Jody Hill. He's our week 2 player of the week.
Absolutely. And we have week 3 matchups. We're going to tell y'all who we think is no win the matchups.
But we also going to be talking about the consolidation of the league, whether if it's good or bad. But we want to get your comments on that.
Absolutely. So stay tuned because you are watching Ground Zero.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Ground Zero. And once again, we was going to most definitely run down the week 2 highlights. Now, Bri, how did you feel about week 2? Was this a big week or a little small week?
Man, this was a big week.
Yeah, we had a lot of dumps from Jane Kelly, and we also got a nice little tasteful treat with 2 easy and as well as East to West. We're going to start off with those highlights. But once again, you are in for most definitely an entertaining night. Now, with the first key matchup that we have here is 2 easy versus East to West. You have the Real Summers getting into his rhythm for a nice pull-up that he eventually missed, but eventually the team keep playing and get the nice little putback. As the game go on, you have the little chess match. You have Johnny Mills going up for a nice risky steal, shooting the 3. Brandon Cole right there for the cleanup, a miss, but the team keep playing, and eventually with 2-3 more tips, they actually get it. But even though the game kept going on, we got Kalante Miller driving the lane, very strong finish. These guys went back and forth, which was a nice matchup right here from LJ and Eric Evans. Even though Eric Evans won this matchup right here, 2 Easy came out with a nice little intentions to pretty much make a statement. Nice pass to Kalante Miller from Keith Perry's. Get a foul and 1. Kalante eventually missed that 3, but going into the next half, we have another matchup right here with Keith Perry and Eric Evans. Get a nice assist to Brandon Cole. Good shot, big fella. And then we have Keith Perry versus Johnny Mills. And Johnny Mills, oh my God, good move. Oh, with 3 to finish off. Oh man, made Keith look embarrassed. And then you have the Real Summers making defense look foolish. And then you got Carl racing down the lane. Oh, good drop off, big fella. All right. East to West actually take that game 70-61. Then we got Team Hustle versus the Hurricanes. Team Hustle actually came out with a point to prove. They got some new additions and these guys came out rolling. Hurricanes wasn't ready. The defense actually didn't pick up to the second half. You got Dash right here with a nice crossover to the lane and 1 at the end of the quarter. Then you go into a nice and 1 and Jeremy Allen coming off for the big jumper. Good shot, big fella. All right, but Dez, this is one of his games as he get his player into a nice situation, but unfortunately he goes down with a big injury. I think he got poked in the eye. I don't think it was that serious as his teammate go over to help him up. And as they take a moment, I think eventually he did get up. I think he was all right. Yeah, big fella was straight. All right. Hurricanes come out very forceful, but KC stood his ground to take a nice big charge. It take a lot to take that charge right there. But this new kid right here, this is one of our rookies. Keep your eye on. Oh, with the great pass, but the big fella could get bailed out. Jeremy Allen again. Strong veteran move to the basket. Then we got the shooter right here with the nice shot. He actually goes on to hit 3 consecutive ones, to be honest. Oh, here goes another one. Okay, let it fly then. Then you got Jeremy Allen with a nice cross down the lane and 1 with the basket. Now, Hurricanes wasn't nothing to actually sleep on today. Even though they got some new additions, these guys played well. And then here you go with a nice 3 again at number 8. Good shot, baby. And that's Wes Clark get a shot blocked by Jada Barber. Chase down happened in the turnover. But ATR get back in their rhythm and a nice easy layup. Good pass by Jada Barber. Nice pressure defense from ATR. And as they go off for the races, Jay got the ball. Good pass, nice. Oh yeah, good layup. Now Carl Sonics actually struggled from the field, but eventually got rolling. But ATR, once again, they was just one of them things, one of them nights. Big 3 by DJ. Good shot, big fella. Put a move on Kesey. Oh my God, with the finish. Oh, but eventually he got fouled. Kesey comes down. Very comfortable, very comfortable. Oh, and get a move on. Oh, great finish, Kesey. I see you, man. Great finish. Good pull up from the guard. Air ball. Nice kick out. Great extra pass. Good close out by DJ. Oh, but then an and 1 for Malik Albert. as he goes on to finish with that nice free throw makes. ATR was very active. And once again, great move by Gully. Oh, put him out of his shoe. Damn, put a dagger in him. Man, that was a nice game across Sonic's fall to ATR.
Those were your week 2 highlights. Some good highlights too.
Yeah, some real good.
Absolutely.
Johnny Mills, hey, shout out to you, my God. That was a good movie. Man.
Nice.
Keith, you know, we didn't talk about Keith, but.
So coming up on Ground Zero, we will talk Player of the Week of week 2, and no, we won't. We'll be back with more Ground Zero. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Ground Zero, and we are taking you to the Player of the Week for week 2.
And Player of the Week is none other than your boy Jody Hill. You know, there's a lot to say about him, and not a lot to congratulate him about because he put up some legendary numbers. Yeah. So, Bri, can you go ahead and tell me about that?
Absolutely. So 24 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 block. He was 50% from the field and 60% from 3-point range, which is absolutely phenomenal. That's really impressive.
Yeah, don't forget about those 5 steals. You know, this guy, you also get him on the defensive end where he pressure the guard. Let him know that, hey, just because I'm making shots, I can also disturb you too as well on the defensive end. And that's something that you will also see for a lot of players in the PBL. But it's great to actually see from one of your top players here.
Absolutely.
You know.
And Jody Hill, one word that comes to my mind when I think about Jody Hill is entertaining.
Yeah, it's very entertaining.
His game is so entertaining, and as a guard, his ability to, you know, slice through defenses and do the things that he can do, he's a really, like, all-around player. He's very solid.
Very complete.
Yes, absolutely.
You not only get an all-around player, you have a two-way matchup where you can play defense and offense, but you got a guy who's consecutive hit shots. So his consistent level is very high. You know, his elusiveness is very high too as well. He is hard to contain. You know, this is something that you won't see often. So, you know, to actually, you know, commend him for that, you want to make sure that this guy's, you know, very understood, you know, from his perspective in this league.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Jody Hill, congratulations on being week 2's Player of the Week. Phenomenal numbers, phenomenal stats. And anybody else out there want to be Player of the Week, you know what you got to do. You got to handle your business and grind.
Because like you said, it's Ground Zero. You start with nothing, but you end with something.
That's right. Coming up next, we have our discussion for league consolidation. Is it good or bad? We'll let you know our take when we come back. Welcome back to Ground Zero. This is actually one of my favorite portions of the show where we discuss whatever we want to talk about. But today, we're going to talk about league consolidation. Is it good or bad for the players? So let's go ahead and take your thoughts on it, DJ.
From my perspective, you know, with me pretty much been a viewer for the PBL for actually some years, I can say it's a bad thing. It's a takeaway from some of the guys who was very, you know, lackadaisy, who can give something, you know, in spurts here and there, but then you also give that pressure that makes people nervous too as well. You know, and at times, you know, when it's, you know, you get to a point where people have to step up to the plate, they end up choking. You know, you get a guy who's known for defense, and then next thing you know, he's not known for defense. You get a guy who's known for offense, and once again, he's not known for offense. it's somewhere where you would have to draw the line. You have to say, okay, you have to spread up some of these guys, because them being together sometimes it don't work. A good example is Carl Sonics. You know, these guys that came together very in a short length of time, and even though these guys have a very high IQ from the schools that they actually play for, it just didn't look good with them guys being on the court at the same time. So tell me a view that you actually have. You know, what do you feel?
Well, I've only been with the PBL for 1 season. This is my 2nd season, so I'm fairly new to the scene. I'm still getting adjusted to people, and as I'm getting adjusted and used to seeing certain people with certain uniforms, they flip it on me. So I'm just like, okay, now I gotta get used to seeing you here and you there. But I think league consolidation actually is a good thing. The reason I say that is because it provides more ground for more competition. So now it's getting a little bit more competitive. Now guys are teaming up with guys who they probably didn't see themselves teaming up with in the first place. Severing ties with other teams. You have guys that have made different trades and things like that. You know what I mean? Switching their situations up. What I never thought I would see Kesey play with anybody else, even though I've only been here for a year. I never thought I'd see him play with Carl Sonics.
Yeah, but he's, you know, a great guy. You know, somebody who can blend in any locker room. So it's something recommended by him. You know, to always be, to jump here and here to see where he fit. But you want to make sure that he's comfortable, because when he's comfortable and you get on the road, it's something to watch. He's very entertaining too as well. Oh yeah,
Kesey is really entertaining. I love watching him play. He is one of the, and this is to me, he's one of the best guards in the league.
Let's bring that tenacity on defense.
He does. He brings
greedy,
it.
Real greedy.
He's really just kind of I don't want to say a scrappy player, but
they call them ball hogs, and actually in collegiate.
Okay.
That's the terminology, ball hogs. Not technically saying that I hog the ball and shoot, but they tell him that he hound the ball, on defense, and that's the nature that a lot of people have to actually be influenced, from that.
Absolutely, and he's really aggressive. He's an aggressive player, so I like him. I think he's a player to watch definitely this season, along with our superstar Jody Hill, of course. There's a couple other guys out there that are some guys to watch, but I think the consolidation of the league has definitely helped competition-wise, because again, now especially with the combine, you have guys that are coming in, you gotta bring your A game.
Got to.
You have to bring it now. There's no excuses. So that's gonna make the competition better, the games are gonna be better, and you're gonna see a lot more. Every matchup to me is definitely gonna be a primetime matchup.
Yes indeed. You have guys that's playing with guys that you never thought you would ever see. James Kelly and Jody Hill. Now that's something that you will never see. But lucky enough, you got this organization called the PBL. Then you got Ground Zero, where we can come and give you this live and big action. Well, with these guys, that's all you get from them.
Absolutely.
James Kelly is an unbelievable player. His athleticism is far unmatchable, and what he did this week against Impact was very embarrassing. But hey, but that's where the exciting part come around with these guys playing together. Jody got a high level of IQ, so playing with him will most definitely help.
Absolutely. So you guys let us know, what do you think about the league consolidation? Was it a good move? Was it a bad move? Let us know. Hit us up on the Facebook page, PBL Nation, and give us your thoughts.
Be real. Now be real. For real.
And coming up next, we'll let you know what to expect for next week's show. So stay tuned. We have more Ground Zero coming up. Hey everybody, welcome back to Ground Zero, and we have a fun segment. This is probably one of my most favorite segments of the whole show.
I think it's fun too.
It is, and you guys are gonna think it's fun too, hopefully. And if you don't, well, I don't know what to say. You don't have a sense of humor. So, so we want to introduce the segment. Who you got?
Who you got?
Who you got? So,
go ahead, run them down. Run them down.
All right. So week 3 matchups, and we want to know, just between us, who we think are gonna win these matchups. You guys can play along as well on the Facebook page, PBL Nation. But for right now, we're gonna throw a little something out there.
Nice little teaser.
Yeah. So okay, first Team Hustle versus the Circle. Who you got?
The Circle seem like they actually get off to a slow start, but Team Hustle haven't got their team yet together, so I might go with the Circle.
Okay.
Yes, indeed, the Circle.
I'm gonna go with the Circle as well, only because they were handed a tough loss this past week. I saw that. Yes. But the boy Dre, he can shoot the blood out the ball.
Yeah, he's coming.
Yeah,
he's
absolutely.
Coming. Yeah.
So
he said, don't count me out just yet.
Yeah, not just yet, but I'm sorry, Team Hustle. I'm gonna also go with the Circle. Okay, so second matchup, Money Team versus Ball Out. What you got?
You already know I'm going with Money Team. You put the gas back. I mean, they just got a caliber of people that's just unmatchable. These guys are somebody that you don't ever come and just be thinking that you can just come off the streets and just play these guys. You got to be literally ready.
Yeah.
You got to literally check your shoelaces, and you got to also check your jersey, see if you are right. Because man, you got the athleticism from James Kelly, then you also got the shooting fire report from Buck, and then you also got Jody Hill. That guy, man, very entertaining.
That's right. That whole team is entertaining, and that is the very reason why I'm gonna have to go with the money team on this one. Money team, if they're anything, I haven't gotten a chance to see them play this season yet, but last season, when I say they are a fast-paced team, they are one of the most entertaining teams as a unit.
Get up and down the court.
Watching them in the PBL is synonymous to me as watching Golden State in the NBA. I don't know if that was that comparison was a little strong. I mean, they're really. I love watching them play. They have great camaraderie with one another. Their awareness of where everybody is on the court, that gel that they have with one another is awesome.
Not selfish. That's one thing that team is going to be very successful through the stretch because they are unselfish.
Absolutely.
They most definitely give room for everybody's talents to be shown.
Yeah. So we go with the money team on that one. Next game, AGD versus the Mixers. Who you got?
I might have to go with AGD. You know, I'm very favorable with White. That point guard right there has something to prove, and he's coming out with something very new this year. And I like his tempo. I like their tempo most definitely. And they also have that MVP from last year. I forget the guy's name, but man, he is somebody hard to contain. Very hard to contain.
Mike.
Yes, Mike.
Yes. Mike is really good. Absolutely.
That guy, man, whew, that boy can put it on the floor and defend.
Yeah, for sure. And I actually,
two-way players.
I was gonna go Mixers, but I forgot about Mike. I don't know how I forgot about him, so I'm gonna have to lean towards AGD. Okay. They did lose their player due to injury, their guard, but he's on the sidelines. He's doing his thing, coaching and whatnot. So I expect great things from the preseason. Okay, next game. This is gonna probably be a good one. Hurricanes versus Running Rebels.
Ooh, I actually haven't seen Running Rebels just yet. Hurricanes have a nice streak that I'm also keeping my eye on too as well. So that's going to be a question mark. I'm going to leave that a question mark. But what do you think?
Well, I actually haven't gotten an opportunity to see the Running Rebels play either. And really, I haven't gotten a chance to see the Hurricanes play. I took a look at the highlights and everything like that for the game that they just had against Team Hustle. And
yeah, they lost that point guard from last year, Hurricanes. But they also brought in a nice replacement. And that's somebody that most
they did, the rookie. I'm going to go with the Hurricanes on this one. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Hurricanes on this one. And my big bro is the coach, so I expect great things. Shout out to Big Bro Tez. All right, now I don't know how you're going to feel about this next game. I know who you're going to be in favor of. But I have to ask, of course, who you got, okay? The one and only ATR, you guys are playing NBK. I know probably not much to comment on there, you know, so.
That's pretty much, you gotta just leave it to the game. Just see what it's gonna end up turning out to be. You know, it's most definitely one of the grudge matches, you know, especially from the playoffs from last year. But these two teams aren't someone to be taken, you know, granted up. You know, they both strapped the nuts on, and we most definitely bring it. And if it's a dog fight have to be, then that's what it's gonna be.
Absolutely. I'm gonna keep my lips sealed on this one as well on the outcome. So we'll move along. The Outlaws versus the Bombers.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to go with the Outlaws. TJ Littlejohn actually back in the league this year. You know, better than ever. You know, thank God. You know, he made it through his injuries, made it through the storm. You know, this is a player you most definitely want to keep an eye on. He's a great leader. But he reminds me of the presence of LeBron James. Not size, but IQ. You know, you have a guy who can post, turn the ball over to as well as far as going for the crossover quick to the lane. But you know, but he also gets players most definitely involved. So yeah, with a guy with his size who can, you know, become a 4 if you have to, or become a 2. You know, you gotta most definitely actually have some success with that.
Okay. This one's gonna be a coin toss for me. I haven't got the chance to see the Bombers or the Outlaws. So y'all 50-50 on this one. If I had to pick one, I mean, I'd say the Bombers maybe.
I mean, it's a great pick. You know, you never know. Hey, it's not a right or wrong choice for this.
Yeah. So. We'll see what happens. We'll see. Okay, we got 2 left. Sonics versus On a Mission.
Ooh, I actually haven't seen either one of those teams, but I'm gonna just take a guess and go with the Sonics.
Okay, I was gonna go with them as well. They have Kesey. I think, is he still a part of that team?
Kesey is not a part of that team. A lot of changes have been made, you know, over the course of the next week coming into for the PBL. So, with their new edits, I haven't seen their new team, but I'm expecting these guys to, come out with a most definitely a point to prove, especially from what happened these last 2 weeks. So, most definitely.
I might have to reverse my decision on that, the way they reversed that call the other day. Because, with Kesey and his presence, honestly, that would have kind of made it for me. But then, Carl did make a bad decision during drafting, if you will, and kind of traded this. So I'm gonna go on a mission on this one. Long story short, on the mission. I got them coming out with the dub.
On a mission.
Yeah, and they will be on a mission on week 3 tomorrow. And finally, we have Court Runners versus Impact.
This is actually nice because you actually had 2 players that was on the same team in college, which was Carl Moore. You also had one of the coaches from the Court Runners. Those guys, they may like each other, but between the lines, it's a dogfight. So I really don't know, but I'm most definitely going favorable with Carl. He had a lot to prove, especially from his upset and actually a comeback loss against Money Team. A lot of guys took him for granted, like he don't have it. But like you said, it's not where he's from, it's where he's at, and you most definitely got to come with it. So I'm expecting him to come with it.
Okay, so I'm just going to be the opposer and I'm going to say Impact. So what do you guys think? Once again, you can visit the Facebook page, PBL Nation, and let us know who you got for week 3. And that's been the show for us today. We want to thank you so much for tuning in to Ground Zero.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. We have more next week. Of course, we'll show you some highlights. We'll discuss Player of the Week. And we also have a couple special guests that we're going to drop by as well. So stay tuned to Ground Zero for the duration of the season. I am Bri.
And I am DJ.
And remember, it ain't where you from.
It's where it's at.
See you guys next time. It ain't where you from.
It's where it's at.